Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, la-la-la. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, la-la-la.
Hi you guys, welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracey Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracey Erickson, and this is your weekly Meaningful Musings message, which is basically just a message from the universe to help us to stay tuned into the good vibrations in the upcoming week. So, this message is going to be a little different than usual. Usually, I draw a deck from my little basket of decks. But today, I went to Inner Space with my friend Andrea, and I ended up buying a new deck. And that new deck is Sacred Rebels Oracle. Now, the reason I want to give a message from this oracle is because after we had our little sound bath event, we were looking at my new deck of cards together. And right when I landed on this card in the deck, as I was going through the deck, it says going beyond normal. At the exact same time, Andrea was thumbing through the book that came with the deck, and she had landed on the exact same page at the exact same time as the card that I had. I just want to take a moment to tell you guys about Tracys Apothecary. Tracys Apothecary is my Etsy shop where I sell my handmade essential oil and crystal blends and other products for your ritual needs. So check out Tracys Apothecary at tracysapothecary.etsy.com. And I landed on the Going Beyond Normal card while going through the deck. My friend Andrea also landed on Going Beyond Normal in the guidebook that comes with the deck. It's funny only because we were sitting there just going through them separately, yet together, you know, like we're sitting near each other and we're just going through. I'm going through the deck, she's thumbing through the book, and boom, there's a message. So I thought that this week's Meaningful Musings message is going beyond normal. And what we did today was kind of like going beyond normal as well, because my friend Andrea and I went to a Holy Fire Reiki and Sound Bath group event at Inner Space in Des Moines, Iowa. And this was something that both of us had never actually experienced before. And so I think that this is going to be the perfect message for us to stay tuned into the good vibrations. So for this week, I'm just going to read from the Sacred Rebels Oracle Guidebook about going beyond normal. And it says, on the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to go with the mainstream, or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a choice point. You should say that the choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly rely on logic, proof, and a complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Basing decisions on limiting factors with an imbalanced measure of success is unnecessarily limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously, and with trust, so that we can rebel against the need for things to go strictly according to plan. Choose to value decisions based on passion and instinct, and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let it unfold as it will. There is a time and a place for logic, strategy, planning, and measurable outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to squash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools: intuition, feelings, and those things you know without knowing how you know them. The following inspirational energy of the heart may have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and still be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, albeit more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time to draw upon the reliable methods and to prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden and the most vivid healing art. You are being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, as well as in your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what might work where, and a loose or even detailed plan. But how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. I really like that. Let me say that one again. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to the accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial venture. However, sometimes the best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and to trust that you are being led toward your own growth. So this week's Meaningful Musings message is all about going with the flow. Yes, it's important to plan things and have at least somewhat of an idea of what you want to create, right? But the message this week is saying to follow your intuition, to follow your heart, and to actually begin to try to create from that space rather than trying to stick to some molded design that you had already created that may or may not be really working out that great. So for this week, just let it flow, begin to live, and let your surroundings guide you rather than letting a, cookie cutter, detailed expression of what you should be doing guiding your every move. So sit down, relax, close your eyes. I'm going to give a little affirmation. So let's just close your eyes, inhale deeply, and take a couple more of those deep breaths. Now I'm going to read this from the healing process part of the Sacred Rebels Oracle Guidebook. So you should say aloud, I now call on unconditional love and ask for the blessings of the heart to be witnessed and sanctioned by the great universal creator, so that I may rise above small-mindedness and use the best of what human culture has to offer in service to love. Through my own free will, so be it. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would just love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can then turn on the notifications bell if you would like to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.